The cost of food is rising and some of our favorite items are not always available. This is a result of supply chain issues. Everyone is really trying to do their very best, but food security is a hot topic right now. Time to get creative and consider some different options in order to increase your food security, decrease your grocery bill, and still make some delicious meals for your family. Backyard chickens is a great way to start to produce some of your own food right at home. Chickens are relatively low maintenance and they're pretty easy to care for. Laying hens like these girls are able to produce eggs for your family. Eggs are a great source of protein. So we have 7 laying hens. During the winter months, their production does slow down, but this is March now, and because the daylight hours are extending, they're typically laying about 6 to 7 eggs a day now. We allow our girls to free range as much as possible. This winter's been a little bit different because we have that fox that's running around here, so we do have to keep them in their pen more. If you are in an area that you can allow them to free range, the cost of feed is much less. We feed our girls layer crumb and chicken scratch and then any sort of table scraps that are safe for chickens. You can make your own chicken feed, but we buy ours at the local feed store. So it's totally up to you, but that's definitely an option. Gardening is a great way to learn how to grow your own food. If you have a small area like this, just right beside our house, this is a perfect place to then, instead of planting flowers, you could plant some vegetables. Because if you're normally used to having a flower bed here, for instance, and now you're just gonna plant vegetables, you're used to looking after that area anyway. So why not produce some of your own food there? Raised beds are becoming really popular, and that's for a few different reasons. Not so hard on your back because you can build them so that more at waist level, then you're not leaning over so much. If you only have a balcony or a porch, you can always just use pots as well. But if you have lots of space, you can definitely build a traditional garden. Pick an area that you know there's going to be lots of sunshine. You can till the area and you can have a traditional garden. There are so many options, so just pick something that's going to work for you. If you want to see how I use reusable containers to start my seeds, make sure you comment below and like this video so that I know. If I could give you a little piece of advice, make sure when you're picking vegetables to plant in your garden, you do a little bit of research to see what sorts of things would grow easily in your area. I'm going to put a link above to another video that's going to walk you through some things to consider when you're starting a garden. The thought of starting a garden can be really overwhelming, but just start small. Even if you just added a few things this year and then every year just keep continuing to add to your garden. That way it won't be so overwhelming. Gardening is a great way to enjoy some fresh air, get your body moving, and just simply produce some amazing nutritious foods for your family. The next thing to do to increase food security is learn how to prepare simple meals with inexpensive ingredients. Remember, you can't expect to be an expert cook when you just begin. You will have things that turn out wonderful, but you'll also have things that are a complete flop. Make sure you use YouTube because it's a great place to learn how to cook and to bake. When learning to cook, you might want to consider adding some more plant-based products to your cooking and to your diet, as well as some alternative proteins. More people are choosing these alternative products just because of a lot of food allergies as well as sensitivities, and some people are just choosing to avoid more animal-based products. With the rising cost of meat and dairy products, adding these alternative products just give you another option when you're cooking. The Canada's Food Guide, and I will put a link in the description below, is now promoting plant-based proteins. The reason this is because these type of proteins do have less saturated fat and they're higher in fiber. Incorporating these plant-based proteins, they will definitely be good for your heart, and everybody wants a healthy heart. Learning to cook with eggs and beans, lentils, nuts, and even tofu is going to give you a wider variety to choose from when you're cooking and baking. Beans are another great staple to add to your family's meals because they're inexpensive and they also have a longer storage life. Again, a great option when you're considering things to add to your family's meals. Part of helping with food security is learning how to store food for next winter. Make sure you check out the video on your screen right now so that you can see exactly how I preserve tomatoes. It's actually freezing. There's no canning required. It's super easy and it's really fast. So make sure you check out that video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.